This is a video about the 3D printing of ceramics using the technology stereolithography. The name might sound a bit fancy, but the technology is actually quite simple. It uses a liquid resin that can be cured by exposure to UV or blue light. That's why we call it photocurable. To prepare the resin, we usually start with a ceramic powder, and we mix that powder with liquid monomers and oligomers into a paste that is quite thick. With this thickness, the resin cannot be printed. That's why we have to add the right type and concentration of additives to reduce the viscosity of that resin and make it flow better so we can print it later on, as you will see. And when we select the right type and concentration of these additives, changes in viscosity are usually instantaneous. Now, we can pour that resin into the tank while making sure that the volume of the resin in the tank is at least equal to the volume of the part we're trying to print. At this stage, the platform goes down until it is exactly one layer above the transparent base of the tank. Below the tank, we have a light source, which is usually a blue light with a wavelength of 405 nanometers. Between the two, we have an LCD screen with voxels that turn on and off according to the design we have. When a voxel is activated, it allows the light to shine through and initiate a chemical reaction in the resin known as photopolymerization. This hardens the resin into a solid polymer. When this happens, the tank tilts to detach that layer from the bottom of the tank and make room for a new layer to form. Then the platform goes up a distance of one additional layer, allowing the resin to fill in the gap below the previous layer. Then the voxels are activated again to create the second layer in a process that repeats until a 3D part is formed. This is a case study where we created a bone implant for a spine. It's known as a spine cage, and after we design it in a CAD software, we import it into a slicing software where we generate support structures and slice the part into 2D planes for the manufacturing process. And after manufacturing and numerous medical trials, we can implant the part to separate two vertebrae from one another and avoid any nerve pinching. And this is only one example of what we can create using the technology ceramic stereolithography.